Competitive football is back. Come on! Yes, good afternoon everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Saturday the 27th of July 2024 and today the new Northern League season gets underway, and what a fitting game we have for you. It is Northallerton Town versus Guisborough Town in Division 1. This is of course the town that I've just moved to up against the town that I've just moved from. So yeah, on a personal level, really excited for this one. Could you call it a Dan Bell derby? Quite possibly, but anyway, going into this game this afternoon, of course, Northallerton finished in 18th place in Northern League Division 1 last season. Saw them a couple of times in pre-season. 2-1 wins against Liversedge and Pickering Town respectively. And overall, it was a relatively positive pre-season for Northallerton, despite the fact they did go down 4-0 at Thornaby the other night. But I think at that stage of the friendlies, you are just sort of reaching a point where you just want the league season to get underway, and it is going to be a very, very tough start for Northallerton this afternoon. Of course, Guisborough finished in 6th place, which is best of the rest in terms of sides that didn't get in that top 5 in a playoff spot last season. So their aim this season will of course be to push on and get into that top 5, possibly even better, who knows. I think both divisions of the Northern League are pretty open this year, and yeah, Guisborough will be in amongst maybe the favourites to break into that top 5 and get a playoff spot. I think for Northallerton, as we've touched upon a couple of times, it is just about just like making sure that they get more points on the board this season, more wins on the board, because I think the lack of wins last season and the lack of points, I think any other season probably would have got them relegated, but as it is, they do have a chance to put it right with a whole new squad. I think today we will probably find out a bit more about are they, a lot of them, ready for that step up. Of course, a lot of them have come from Richmond Town with the new manager, but yeah, the signs were promising for them in pre-season. It is just about now, when it actually does count, can they transfer that over and keep it going and lead and build something that'll lead to an overall much more successful season for Northallerton. Anyway, let's head on down to the Calvert Stadium and find out how this one will unfold. Really can't wait for it. So the team's warming up because we're getting ready over there. I think possibly in a change strip from the usual red and white home. But anyway, Northallerton getting ready over there, warming up in that purple strip that they wore against Liversedge. But I'm guessing it'll probably end up being in the usual black and white. Anyway, I'll see you when the players are coming out of the tunnel and ready to start a match. Tell you what, it's good to have league football back. I mean, it's been a good pre-season, better than the last couple of years at least, but nothing compares to the real thing, so yeah, buzzing for it. Tell you what, that is a very light Guisborough kit considering Northallerton are wearing black and white. Our underwear.
It's because they play in red and white, don't they?
Oh. Well, the competitive season started with a bang. It's not.
Oh, hey, ref, join in! Join in, ref!
Well, this is the non-league alternative of VAR, going over to chat to the liner.
They don't overturn it. He won't overturn that. No chance. I think the line was going to give it. But I don't think he'll overturn. He wouldn't call him over if he didn't think it. Yeah, but Lash must have called him over.
Is he going to wave to play on? Yeah. Oh,
like the field where you get a random is it not? My nan
It's so funny. Nan lives in Derby.
that was in Narvin. Oh, hello.
oh. Oh God. Oh no, it's not. Good save. St. Cleared the lines. Really?
We finished third bottom. When the two went down. I've ever seen. With 3 wins and 18 points.
4-3-1-3.
Half-time, Northallerton Town 1, Guisborough Town 1. Guisborough started and finished a half stronger, but I think for that sort of bit in between the first 5 minutes, maybe the last 5 minutes, it looks like Northallerton were in sort of the ascendancy really. Soon equalised after going 1-0 down. Had a penalty appeal, it was a little bit soft, I'm not going to lie, but yeah, from there they've been in the game, they've certainly been competitive, which I think is something that'll please the Northallerton fans because there was a lot of times over the last couple of seasons where it's maybe been tough for them to compete, but have done in this game so far. But from what I've obviously saw Guisborough a lot last season and the season before, they did always seem to be a bit of a second half team, so it'll be interesting to see if that's going to be the case once again. But yeah, it is a tough battle out there so far. Both teams don't really look as though they've maybe sussed each other out yet, so yeah, they're on to the second half.
Ooh! Go on, go on! Go on! Oh!
No, there's nothing in that.
Nice. Go on. Oh. Look at that ball, well done.
Long way back from the Northallerton now.
Back pass! Back pass!
Sorry about entering the 90th minute now, where this game has gone a little bit dead, but I'm not entirely sure how long is left.
Well done, Taff. Well lucky. Played well, in fact.
Full-time Northallerton Town 1, Guisborough Town 3, and in the end I think it was cutting edge that made the difference. Guisborough getting those 2 goals in quick succession around the hour mark, and they seemed to kill off the game from there, which tactically I think was smart from them, because at the start of the second half, like, Northallerton came out the traps once again. They were getting at them, so I think, yeah, it was probably wise from Guisborough just to take the pace out of the game, because if Northallerton got that second goal back, it could have been a bit of a hairy last however many minutes for them, but in the end they made it look comfortable, I'd say. I think over the season, I think Guisborough will put in maybe better performances, but at the same time I think it's probably a pretty good sign for them that they can win away from home without being maybe too spectacular, I'd say. As for Northallerton, I think it's probably no hidden secret that their initial aim for this season will be survival, and look, they will, on another day, they will, if they play like that, then maybe they will get a result out of the game. But today, I just think I just ran into probably slightly better opposition. I don't mean to be disrespectful by that, but that is just the way it is. But it's the first game, it's a marathon, not a sprint, and much like with pre-season, that first game doesn't tell you absolutely everything, because as the season goes on, you've obviously got to bear in mind things such as injuries, suspensions, players coming in on loan, all of that stuff does eventually take effect. So and by the sounds of it, it is a pretty long-term thing what's going on at Northallerton. So this result today for them isn't the be-all and end-all. They can't let themselves get too down by it. Yes, it's disappointing for them, but as well it can only act as a bit of a learning curve, because if you take out the result and dress down the overall performance, there was some positives in there, and I think from a Guisborough perspective as well, there's things that were good, there's things that could maybe potentially work on as well. So it maybe wasn't the opening day classic that we were maybe expecting it to be after a couple of goals in the opening minutes, but I think if you're Guisborough, all you'll care about is that you've won 3-1 and you've got the job done on the opening day. But that is that for this video, and I'll be back tomorrow, and the Well are back. We're heading up to Fair Park for Motherwell versus Partick Thistle in the final group game of the Scottish League Cup. It's a very important one as well. Losing, it could possibly be out, but a win would obviously guarantee going through to the knockouts. So can the Well do the business and get through? Check back tomorrow to find out. But until then, take care. Cheers for watching. See you later.